Good evening, everybody. It is January 17th, 2022, and today we are going to be walking around South Beach, Miami, Florida, checking out the sunset. Obviously, today is Martin Luther King Day, so hopefully everybody had a great MLK Day, enjoying it with your family and friends. Markets were closed today. Equities markets, fixed income markets were all closed. So we will be doing a quick recap and overview of what is to come tomorrow. Futures open up here in a little bit, and then we will cover the mortgage market. Hey, the ABX girl is here, says early. Ken Kramer is here, says hello. Santa Monica Rodriguez, how are you? Hope everybody is having a great Monday. If you're joining us from the United States, hopefully you got to take some time off today. Vinny Castellano says, hey buddy, and happy Monday. Otto says hi, Tom. What is up, Otto? Chris is here, says hi everybody. What is up, Chris? Hope your foot is healing very well. I know that your foot is broken. Mets fan 1023 says, is this live? This is live. But tonight we do not have a gimbal, so it may be a little bit shaky on the stream, everybody. So just bear with us, but I will try to do my best. Paul Greenwell is here, says hi, Tom. What's up, Paul? I see JQG Atlas says hello. Noel says I had to work. Yikes, that's not good. Well, the vast majority of people had off today for MLK Day, so hopefully everybody had a good day. Markets open tomorrow. Who else is here? I see Eddie. What's up, Eddie? Good to see you. Very windy day, so hopefully the mic will reduce the majority of the wind noise. But I finally got to stream a little bit earlier tonight to show everybody the sunset, so I'll show everybody that. David Main says hello, Tom. What is up, David Main? Good to see you. Savi says hello, Tom, and everybody. We had a big snowstorm. So check out the moon on the horizon there. That is the moon here in South Beach. It looks so beautiful in person. Hopefully it's coming out the same on the stream. Daryl says good evening from Chicago, Illinois. Hello, Daryl. Good to see you. And XOXX Bob says good evening, Tom. Are you in Bal Harbor? So we're not in Bal Harbor right now. This is actually South Beach, Miami, Florida. Marilyn says attendance, checking in. What is up, Marilyn? Joining us from... Doing well. I'm good. Awesome fresh start. Good to see you. Hopefully the quality of the stream is coming in good. Carl is here. Says good evening, Tom, from Brazil. Eddie J. Paul Greenwell, Mets fan. Good to see you. Marilyn. Hello, everybody. So let's check out the water. I want to show everybody the sunset. I know we've been talking about viewing the sunset for probably about 2 weeks now. So I finally got the time, mainly because all of my clients are off today for the Martin Luther King holiday. And if you look to the distance, you could actually see a lot of the boats. These are the cruise ships, as well as some of the, I guess you could call them cargo ships too. Hey, Sabrina Fair is here, says hi, Tom, what a view. Good to see you, Sabrina. Hope you're well. Check out the color of the water. The water has been extremely clean so far. Good to see you, Marilyn. Fresh starts is, Tom, how come the waves are small? So in Miami, there's not really a lot of big waves. Usually the water is very tame. So it's not like New York, it's not like California. But check out the moon over there, everybody. I'm gonna zoom in on it. Beautiful. Cool amongst the clouds. Hi, everybody. XOXX Bob says the surf is so calm. Sarah F says this is gorgeous. What's up, Sarah? Samantha J says yay. Hi, Tom and everybody. What's up, Samantha? I'll give you guys a view of the skyline here in South Beach. Hey, Allie's joining us. What's up, Allie? Good to see you. Hope you had a good day today. Bob says moon over Miami. Run Jib says hi, Tom. How are you? I'm doing really good. So we don't have a gimbal today, everybody, so just bear with me. And let me know how the stream quality is. Let me know if we're buffering, because usually when we get close to the water, we usually start to buffer a little bit. Hey, Deborah S. is glad to see the shore. What's up, Deborah? Good to see you. So off on the horizon here, you'll see all of the cruise ships. Eddie says, Tom, when you depart, you have a great view over Miami when you depart Cuba. Jared Covey is here, says, looking good. What is up, Jared? Marilyn says, we're looking good. Sabrina Fair says, Tom, what is the water temperature? I'm not too sure, but I would assume it's pretty warm. You could go swimming here in Miami all year round. Penelope says, beautiful moon, Tom. Thanks for bringing us to the beach. No problem. Hey, you can see the moon right here. Very beautiful. So let's see how far we could walk down without buffering. Hey, RJ's here. This is Hola Tom from Colorado. Tom likes a nice sunset. So one of my favorite things about Miami Beach are these lifeguard stands right here. Check out how colorful and awesome these lifeguard stands are. Hey, Vinny Castellano, what's up, man? It's all about great conversation. I agree. So in other news, when we were talking about the housing market, the price of a 30-year fixed mortgage has reached the highest level since March of 2020. I think the average going rate of a 30-year fixed rate mortgage right now is 3.55%. But that doesn't seem to be slowing down the housing market at all, so we'll talk about that a little bit today. New year, best wishes for 2022. AI, you is great view, Tom. What's up, Anna? Good to see you. Hey, Kevin Buffalo says, wow, beautiful, very, very tempting. Buffalo. Well, stay safe, everybody, in upstate New York. Johnny C says, America is beautiful. Absolutely, it is. The Austin Tennis is here, says, wow, this is crazy, a daytime Tom stream. A daytime Walks in Wall Street stream, but nonetheless, we are here. I see sunshine after rain. Good evening, sunshine. Wow, check out the moon now, everybody. The moon is really, really coming in now. Because this video doesn't do the sunset justice. See you. Sabrina Fair says, how long do you have to travel for these walks? Not too far. I mean, my house is not far away at all. We have a plane coming in here at the Miami International Airport. Hey, Bob says, look at moon. Air is no beautiful. Andrew Lee's joining us from Queens, as always. So just a quick public service announcement, everybody. I did just send out the Behind the Street newsletter. So this Behind the Street newsletter is action-packed, full of awesome stuff for you guys. So please check your email box as the Behind the Street newsletter has been sent out. Hey, Edson says, Tom, this is an awesome sunset. Good to see you, Ensign. NG says hello there. What's up, NG? Sabrina Fair says, oh, sweet. Yeah, we may be buffering a little bit because people are trying to call me. So anytime I get a call, it's usually we'll buffer. Hey, Shot by Scott says, driving back from Wynwood. I'll check in later, bud. Great shot there. What's up, Scott? Good to see you. Shot by Scott is a great photographer in the Miami-Dade County area. Always good to see him. Hey, Miss Dash says, hi, Tom. Good evening, everyone. Beautiful scenery. Beautiful Monday. Much love from Southern California. Good to see you. Chris is here. Yeah, so everybody, if you haven't signed up yet, if you click, or if you type !news, N-E-W-S, in the chat, it'll drop the link to the Behind the Street newsletter where you guys could sign up and you'll receive it today. I just sent it out. So we'll head southbound now. We'll head south. Edson says, what beach are you at? This is South Beach in Miami. Stephanie says, hi, good evening. That is a beautiful sunset. How are you, Stephanie? It's good to see you. Hey, Hunter says, hey, Tom, Hunter here. What's for dinner? So I think I may make some chicken cutlets when I get home, but, you know, we'll have to see. Marilyn says, what is the homeless situation where you are? Honestly, not that bad, to be totally transparent. Not bad. Penelope's joining us from Tennessee. Good to see you, Penelope. I'll give you guys a nice shot of the skyline. Sunshine After Rain says, ramen for dinner. Could you guys imagine living in one of these condominiums here? Look, imagine how beautiful your view is every single day. So I'll be quiet for just a minute so you guys could take in the sounds of the ocean, the water here. Hey, Comic Con Hunter is here. What's up, Comic Con Hunter? Hey, the Austin Tennis is joining us from Canada. Says, Tom, what did you do for your MLK Day? Did you catch up on IBD? So I did. I kind of took the day off just to do some reading, a little bit more research. Bob says, Tom, the current surf temperature is a beautiful 77 degrees. Samantha J says, cooking with Tom. Hunter says, Tom, do you think cryptocurrency is the future? I think it'll play a very pivotal role in the future. Oh, check out these sandpipers. I always love these guys. Hey, Toronto is here. Says, Tom, nice to see the beach and sunset. 24-hour blizzard just ended here. That guy just took a spill off the surfboard. Wow, check out that full moon on the horizon, everybody. Sabrina Fair says, are there any jellyfish here? I don't think so. I think the majority of the jellyfish are actually off the coast of Long Island, New York. Hey, Sarah G is here. What's up, Sarah? Hunter says, thank you for the great content, Tom. No problem, Hunter. The Austin Tennis is like, is this where Tom will unveil the new channel, Wall Street Surf Bro? That's coming up. That's coming up. Hey, Dante Rose is here. Says, hey, Tom, I love this view and stay safe. Thank you, Dante. It's so peaceful here, everybody. Beautiful. Hey, Ruby Falcon says, Tom, are you sniffling because of the beautiful sunset? That I am. Hey, Ken DeRoberts says, good evening there, Tom. What is up, Ken? Joining us from Melville. Joshua Lopez says, hey, Tom, hope you're doing well. I'm doing really well, Joshua. Hope you're doing well too. We are here in Miami Beach, checking out the sunset tonight. Absolutely gorgeous. And we actually have a full moon as well. Sarah G says, Tom, this is just what I needed. Hey, Mike Simmons says, I can't believe it's not more crowded on the beach. What's up, Mike? And Joey is here, says, hi, Tom. What's up, Joey? Hope everybody had a great Monday, Martin Luther King Day. Hope you were able to take some time to relax. And it's back to work on Tuesday. Markets open. And also, everybody, one thing we have to take into consideration, earnings season is in full swing. We are going to have the full suite of investment banks report tomorrow. Yeah, Marilyn, I heard about that. That is so horrible. A New York City woman was unfortunately killed when some nut job pushed her in front of a train. It's really, really horrible what happened. Hey, Sarah G's joining us. What's up, Sarah? Hey, Lunch Club says, hey there, Tom and everybody. In the sunset is gone here in New Jersey. Hey, Karina Thompson says, Tom, this is beautiful and relaxing. Hey, we have the one and only Lady O here. Good to see you, Lady O. Hope you're well. Lady O is joining us from New Jersey. Hope you're enjoying the sunset, Lady O. We are here in South Beach, Miami. Hey, Sam, because we're being nailed by snow, and then this guy's at the beach. What's up, Sam? So Sam is a good viewer from Toronto, Canada. Lady O says, I hope you had a great weekend. I did. I had a really good weekend. Let me know if you guys could hear the sound of the waves crashing. I'm testing out the new mic. Sarah G says, hey Tom, heads up, Florida is going to be cold on Sunday. Well, that's good because I'm actually going to be in New York on Sunday. Hey, Triple G says, hi Tom and Mods. What's up, Triple G? Sunshine After Rain says, the colors look amazing. Check out this condominium on the beach here. George Lopez says, I live in California and I hate the beach. Nice. Hey, Lockjaw is here. Says, nice view. What's up, Lockjaw? ABX Girl is our pal from the Bronx. Good to see you. Joey says, this view makes me want to move there. Eddie says, good vibes only. Jamil says, hello from beautiful Sao Paulo, Brazil. Welcome. Wow, check out that moon. That is a crazy full moon here in South Beach. Wow, Marilyn. Hey, Rosa says hello from Royal Palm Beach, Florida. What's up, Rosa? Hey, everybody, we have the one and only Patrick NY here. What's up, Patrick? Good to see you. We are here in South Beach. Mana D says hi, Tom. Finally caught your live from the beginning. What's up, Mana D? Wow, check out that sunset right behind all these buildings right here. Lady O says, Tom, the sun has set. It's dark here in New Jersey and New York. Hey, Fred T is here, says, wow, the sun is still out. Azuz says, hey, how you doing? I'm doing good, Azuz. Lizzie says, I have to drive to San Francisco to see the beach. Well, San Francisco is beautiful, I hear. George Lopez, what up? Good to see you. Hey, Karina Thompson says, I live in Oklahoma where there are no beaches. Karen Alcatraz says, hi, Tom, how are you? It's good to see the sea. Fresh Start says, Tom, you skipped my comment. I'm trying the best I can. Fresh Start. If I skip your comment, feel free to just type the comment again. No big deal. Hey, Carol H is here. What's up, Carol? Check out all the sandpipers here. These are my favorite birds ever. These little sandpipers. Wow, everybody, look at the reflection of the moon on the water. That is so beautiful. Fresh Start says, how come there's no lifeguards? Because the beach is closed for swimming. Hey, War Walker is here. War Walker is our pal from Southern Florida. Hey, Chill Dude 30 says, Tom, I just left the beach. It's a great place to exercise. Hey, Dan Russell is here. Says, Dan, beautiful. I love the beach, especially during the full moon. What's up, Dan? Long time no see. I hope you're well. Hey, Girl in the Curl says, hi, Tom. What's up, Girl in the Curl? Lunch Club says, Tom, thank you so much for the view. Oh, check out these dogs on the beach here. That's awesome. So I'm not sure if you guys know this, but I have a beagle, and I think my beagle would love running around on the beach. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, Tony M says, you're making me jealous in the north. What's up, Tony? Happy Monday, Tony. Who's your daddy? He says, hi to my son in Fort Lauderdale. What is up? Miss Bash says, relaxing. I can't wait to visit soon. Hey, Anonymous Dude says, oh, Tom, you've outdone yourself today in paradise. Welcome, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the sunset stream. What I think we're going to start doing on the channel is doing more sunset streams just because it's beautiful, and I think it'll give everybody a little bit of time to relax after a long day's work. Wow, check out the sunset and the clouds behind these condominiums here. Hey, I see Otto joining the chat. This is beautiful scene. What is up, Otto? Good to see you. Rose is here, says very relaxing sound. Lady O says, I'm down for a sunset stream. Hey, I see Valentina, it says so relaxing. Sunshine After Rain says, Tom, you got to do a morning dolphin stream soon. Glow Q says, yep, Tom, way more sunsets. Hey, TJM says, this is my favorite beach. Or this is my favorite because I live at Myrtle Beach. Very cool. Wow, check out the reflection of the moon on the water here. That's like a perfect reflection there. Yeah, Bob says the moon almost looks as bright as the sun. Let's continue walking down because as we head south, I think the sunset's going to get a little bit more crazy. It always looks the best right at the end. So I think we have a couple more minutes of sunset here. Hey, who's your daddy? Says 9 more weeks until spring. NG says this is amazing because it's already dark here in Orlando, Florida. Deja Vu says nothing can buy this. Good to see you, Deja Vu. Hey, Body Knowledge, what's going on? Says, are you about to get down to one knee and propose to the stream? Maybe tomorrow. Hey, Oscar Diaz says, nice service, Tom, no buffering. That's good news. Tony M says, Florida is like another country. Hey, Mount Up 716, our pal Mount Up 716 is from Buffalo, New York. Says, yes, this is what I've been waiting for. Destructionist says, wow, beautiful. We're about to get smacked with the blizzard. 7 more inches of snow and then back to a deep freeze in Canada. Well, I'm going to try to send you guys as much sunshine as possible from the beautiful state of Florida. Check out the clouds behind these 2 condominiums with the airplane going into Miami International Airport. That's a beautiful shot. So now this is looking northbound. And I'll give you guys one more view of the moon reflecting off of the water. Hey, Sammy Pace says, thanks, Tom. This is better than touring Bayside. I agree. This is beautiful. Hey, Gigi NYC is here. Good to see you. Gigi NYC is joining us from New York City. Hey, Bit of Wander says, hey, what's up, Bit of Wander? Good to see you again. Bit of Wander is a new subscriber to the channel. Bit of Wander, we are walking South Beach, checking out the beautiful sunset. And I just sent out the Behind the Street newsletter, so you could feel free to check your inbox. Sarah G says, the big star, buy it is serious. Estelle is joining us from Australia. Says, hi, Tom, it looks great. What's up, Estelle? And our friend Stephanie is joining, says, this is so relaxing. War Walkers is the money shot right there. Monadis' masterpiece. Thunder 33 Sergeant says, sea light Stranger in Skyman. Great movie. I am from Brazil. Welcome from Brazil. Hey, Patrick, New York, thank you for signing up for the newsletter. Hey, everybody, we have a special guest on the stream. Razzle Dazzle 786 says, hello, Tom. Hope all is well. Just paid $2,500 to ship 7 boxes from Cali to New York. Should be in Queens in March. Wow. Well, welcome to New York, Razzle Dazzle. So for anybody who doesn't know who Razzle Dazzle is, she is an MRI technologist out of California, but she is going to be joining us in New York. So I'm wishing you much positivity and much success in New York. I know you're gonna have a great time and be very successful here. And thank you for joining the stream. Hey, Audi 1966. This is Tom. How are you, brother? I am doing very good. We're checking out the sunset tonight. Kim Grant is here. Says hi, everybody. What's up, Kim? Yeah, I think Florida sunsets are really unmatched. Very beautiful. Valentina says, yesterday we had 106 degrees Fahrenheit in Argentina. How's the weather in Florida? So surprisingly, it's actually pretty cold in Florida. It's about 68 degrees. As we are looking at a beautiful reflection of the moon on the water. I think the blinking lights are planes. Hey, GGNYC says, oh my gosh, Tom, this view is beautiful. A bit of wonder says the tide got me there. It did. Hey, Lady O says, Tom, did you have a day off since it's MLK Day and the stock market was closed? Yeah, I had a really good day off, and I actually got a lot of work done. I spent a lot of time reading and just kind of taking it easy tonight. Yes, anonymous dude, you're right. Hey, Mar is here. Says, hi, what would you say the positives from living in Miami versus New York from your experience? Well, I think the weather is a big, big positive. I think the tax environment is a little bit more favorable for small business owners. But in my opinion, New York City and Miami, Florida are the two best places to operate a business in my view. Karina Thompson, hope you're well. Donna Mana D says, my 6-year-old daughter loves this. Awesome. Well, I hope your 6-year-old daughter had a great day today. I think all the schools were closed for Martin Luther King Day, so I'm sure she was loving having the day off. Hey, Mr. Reeves is here from Seattle. Says, I miss the beach. Ivory Paul says, I'd have to say California and Florida have the most beautiful sunsets in the country. I would agree with that. Hey, Rock Band says, Tom, bring your beagle on one of the streams. So we may have to do that one night, but my beagle is in Long Island. Hey, Pat Waters says, hey, Tom, good to see you. Send some of that to St. Augustine. It's going to be 33 degrees tonight. Wow. So here we have the moon once again. Hey, I see Soho in the chat. What's up, Soho guy? This is Yo Tom. War Walker says the stars are amazing. Hey, King of Nowhere says hi, Tom. Have you been to the Wynwood district? Not yet, but we will go there very, very soon, I promise. Anonymous Dude says, Tom, you could have another channel, just tropical sunsets. Hey, Charlie Richardson is here, says hi, Tom. What is up, Charlie? CB Earth Day says, good evening, Tom. Thank you for the live streaming of magical sunsets in Miami. Not a problem. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. We will head into Miami now. Menraj says, hello, Tom. How you doing, bro? I'm doing really good. Hope you're enjoying the sunset, Menraj. Everybody, check out the waves crashing on the rock heads here. Ooh, that tide almost got me there, but it's beautiful. Sabrina Ferris has smashed the like button. Yeah, if you guys enjoyed this Florida sunset in Miami Beach, feel free to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Hey, we got Michelle McGraw here. Michelle, what's up? Michelle, we're here in Miami Beach. We're checking out the sunset. Yeah, Lady-O, we got a teeny bit wet from those waves. Michelle McGraw is our moderator for the channel. Hope you're well, Michelle. So check out, we got another plane here coming into the Miami International Airport. Hey, Thunder 33 Sergeants is beautiful night, man. Sean So Blessed says, can you elaborate on the small business advantages considering moving there from Connecticut? Well, I think the biggest thing is there's no state income tax. So you definitely save on the state income tax. So for me, coming from New York City, you know, I used to pay not only New York state income tax, but I would also pay New York City tax, which is another couple points. And obviously, if you're looking for a place to live, if you're going to buy office space or buy a warehouse or even buy a rental property, the property tax is much lower than it is on Long Island, New York. So I'll turn around and give you guys one more view of the moon. Wow, check that out. Jeez. If that's probably the fullest moon I've ever seen in my life. Yeah, so the property taxes are a little bit high in Florida, but nowhere as near as high as Long Island. Just to give you guys an example, you know, a $500,000 house on Long Island is probably going to run you like a $12,000 to $15,000 tax bill. Here in North Miami Beach, it's probably going to be around $4,000. Hey, Marty Lewis is here. What's up, Marty? Wow, I feel like just sitting here all night. Yeah, so I think Florida sunsets are probably some of the best I've ever seen in my life, to be honest. Bit of Wanders says, have you ever been to the beach on the 4th? So I have, but usually I'm at the beach on Long Island, New York. Oh, everybody, so you're gonna be able to see so many cats. And when I'm talking about like hundreds of cats, there's hundreds of cats here on the boardwalk. So hopefully we get to see some. Yeah, this is no gimbal, I apologize everybody. But, oh, there's a cat. This is Skates. What's up, Skates? Hey. Say hello to the Walks in Wall Street stream. That's the official mascot of the Walks on Wall Street stream, our pal Skates. Just kidding, that wasn't Skates, but Ladio, are you serious? Ladio says it looks like my cat. Well, we'll say hi one more time and then we'll head out. Hey. Yeah, but usually there are hundreds of cats. If you take a walk here right around, I would say midnight, when there's no people, all of the cats come out of the woodwork. And there's literally hundreds. Okay, now we are back on the street. We are here in South Beach. So we started the stream off, everybody, for those of you who are just joining right now. If you want to watch the replay, I think we did a pretty good job of capturing our first sunset stream. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. Hey, James Brumley is here. This reminds me of the Big Bang Theory episode, when Sheldon gets 25 cats. Hey, Bob, says Tom, do you qualify for the homestead exemption? I do. I do qualify. Masad says, you said commodities may go into a super cycle. What does that mean? So what that means is that we may have very strong prices in commodities. But if you want to know a more in-depth analysis, I really hammered down on it in this week's Behind the Street newsletter. But that means things like, you know, crude oil, lumber, should continue to stay strong. So the wind is picking up a little bit here, everybody, so hopefully the wind noise isn't that bad. Hey, Bit of Wanders says, buy pork bellies and short orange juice. I see Ruben in the chat. What is up, Ruben? Jesus is here. What's up, Jesus? Oh, everybody, so take a look at this. This is the Miami Trolley. So this is the Miami Beach Trolley. If you take this, it's actually free. You don't have to pay any money, and it'll take you all the way from South Beach, just short of Sunny Isles Beach, Florida. Not all the way to Sunny Isles Beach, but just short of there. So now we will start to walk southbound. They're doing a ton of road work here, but I guess that is good and bad. Maybe we'll cross the street. Justin Null says, come on now, nothing is free. Good to see you, Justin Null. See, when it gets below like 70 degrees, people start wearing winter jackets here in Florida. It's kind of funny. Comic-Con Hunter, good to see you. So one of the things I want to briefly touch on, everybody, is I really want to watch the housing market this week because there's going to be a lot of data coming out of the National Realtors Association on home sales, the number of existing home sales in the month of December. And something that we've been seeing that's really interesting is interest rates are creeping up, but it doesn't seem to be putting a cap on home sales. And what I mean by that is, if we look at the 30-year, average 30-year mortgage rate, right now, it is at the highest level since March of 2020. So the average cost of a 30-year mortgage right now is about 3.5%, which I guess historically that's actually not that bad, but if you compare it to just a couple months ago, you know, rates are really, really on the rise. Hey, Tony Cortez is here. Good to see you, Tony Cortez. Bit of Wander says, I wore shorts today and a coat. Yeah, in southern Florida, once it gets down to, I would say maybe 70 degrees, everything starts, everybody starts coming out of the woodwork with the jackets. Hey, Bob says the free transit is paid for by a half-cent sales tax in Miami and is only for transportation. Tourists pay for it too. Very good to know. Thank you for that, Bob. Hey, Keith says, ever snow in Florida? I think it snowed in the 70s. Yeah, a lot of people are saying in the chat that they don't understand the winter jackets. All right, we're gonna try to speed up against these guys. Seems like a nice place to come and get a coffee, hang out under the palm trees here. Hey, we have a viewer from Prague. Welcome everybody from Prague. Bit of Wander says, your skills without a gimbal are admirable. Yeah, unfortunately I forgot to charge the gimbal today, so we're just gonna have to make do with what we have. It looks like there's some moss growing inside the Starbucks here. Hey, Samantha J is here. What's up, Samantha? Firefox 363. Welcome from Prague. I don't think I've seen you on the channel before, so welcome. Thank you for being here. Eddie says no Black Fox coffee. That is one of my favorite coffee shops in New York City, Black Fox Coffee. Check out the size of this Jeep. Masad or Masood, I apologize if I'm pronouncing your name wrong. Masood says the head of Chase said rates might go up 6 or 7 times. Would you agree? So the head of Chase, or the CEO of JP Morgan Chase, is Jamie Dimon. And Jamie Dimon is signaling that interest rates may increase or go up about 7 times. And what that means is he thinks the Federal Reserve is going to raise rates about 6 or 7 times. I don't think they're going to raise rates 6 or 7 times. I think we'll probably have 1 or 2 rate hikes, and that will do absolutely nothing to fend off inflation. It's probably only going to be used as a virtue signaling event to the market. I don't think it's going to have any sort of effect on inflation, because the damage has already been done. If you think about it, I think the statistic is about 70% of all US dollars in existence were created over the past 2 years. So there's something that we need to watch called money velocity. Oh, check out this, the facade of this building. Beautiful here. So money velocity is the rate at which cash circulates in an economy. And I think very soon we're going to have all of these too many dollars chasing these too few goods. And that is going to drive prices even higher. Hey, Anthony W says, good evening, Tom. Good evening, Anthony W. Good to see you. Bit of Wanda says, money velocity, watch my Amazon account. Very funny. Anthony W, good to see you. Ruben, James Brumley says inflation was happening like 5 years ago, but nobody said anything. This is James Brumley. Hey, Frederick White says, I love your channel. Thank you, Frederick. Thank you for being here. We have the one and only Mighty Bull joining us. His greetings. Good to see you, Mighty Bull. The ABX girl says, winter athletes are worried about global warming. California has the most Winter Olympics, who has won medals. Hey, we got a nice skate guy right there. Prince Charming, good to see you. Comic-Con says, Tom, when are you headed back to New York? Next week, unfortunately. We will be back next week. Hey, Elsa is here. Says, ooh, Miami. Good to see you, Elsa. Elsa says, what part of Florida is this? This is Miami, South Beach. We are headed towards South Beach. Jerry says, Tom, Jerome Powell's ego is in charge of the fluctuations in the economy. Yeah, I'm not necessarily too big of a fan of Fed Chairman Jerome Powell. Ooh, these guys ran out of gas. Check that out. That sucks. Hey, James Brumley says, I'm going to be in Southern California next week and might be moving back soon. Ooh, so James, you think you're going to move back to California? Awesome. War Walker, good to see you. Joshua Lopez says, how was your day, Tom? My day was really good. I had a very good day today. I got a lot done, got a lot accomplished. Hey, Luis Vasquez is here. Says, good evening. South Beach and Collins Avenue is beautiful. I need to go back there. You got to come. Yeah, Bob says very few gas stations in Miami Beach. James says I would like to move back before the fire season starts. Yeah, that is a big problem in California, is all the wildfires, which is unfortunate. And the fact that they are running out of water. So these are my favorite style buildings here, the Art Deco buildings. They look absolutely beautiful. Hey, Photos from Around New York is here. It says hola. Photos, you just missed it. We were watching a beautiful sunset here in southern Florida. We had a great time. War Walker says, Tom, is that your son? Oh my God. It is not. Or is it? James Brumley says California is going to become a day after tomorrow situation. I hope not. So usually we are able to see some pretty cool yachts right here. So we'll see if we could see that. We're just waiting for the cars not to hit us. But check out the houses across the canal here. These are some pretty insane houses. Yeah, they are doing some major construction on the roads here, mainly to mitigate the flooding. So as you know, there's a lot of flooding problems here in southern Florida. So they're building pumps. So this house across the street is amazing. That thing looks crazy. So all of this construction here, everybody, they are actually building, well, what they're doing is they're elevating the seawall here, because in southern Florida, there is a lot of problems with flooding. So look at how high this seawall is. And I'm so glad they're doing that, because a lot of the properties here are at risk of significant floods. So that's good that the city's coming out here and doing that and raising these seawalls. Welcome everybody from Brazil. Hey, James Brumley says, Tom, do me a favor. Don't film a hurricane during hurricane season. I won't. Sarah G says, protective, not reactive. Payne says, unfortunately, South Florida is slowly sinking. Building codes have been revised to account for rising sea levels. Yeah, and we see the same thing going on in San Francisco, California, too. The Millennium Tower is actually sinking much faster than they had expected. And there's actually a lot of calls for different community members in San Francisco to actually take down the Millennium Tower because it's sinking so much. So that is quite bizarre, but that is the reality that we have to deal with. RL says, when skateboard? Very soon, RL. Very, very soon, I promise. Hey, Tanya S says, hey, Tom and everybody. What's up, Tanya? Good to see you. James Brumley says, most California beaches are eroding. Square Bet says, Miami Beach could be completely underwater in the next 20 to 30 years. That is fake news. Yeah, I don't believe that for a second. But I respect the opinion. Bit of Wonders is a long time ago. Most of the Southeast was under a shallow inlet ocean. Yeah, so here in Florida, what we have is something called sunny day flooding, where you'll have it be a beautiful sunny day, absolutely no rain, and you'll actually have water coming up from the sewage drains flooding the entire downtown Miami, more specifically Brickell. And Brickell has an incredible amount of sunny day flooding, an incredible amount. Louis says that's one of the reasons why my wife won't move to Florida or California, because of the sinking issues. Yeah, I mean, I think, any place that is desirable in the United States to live, for the most part, right? Any place in the United States that's desirable to live for the most part is on a coastal area. You think about New York City, you think about Boston, Miami, Tampa, Florida, places in Texas, places in California, Seattle. These are the most beautiful places to live in the United States. But obviously, if we look back throughout history, all major cities were built on either riverways, oceans, and waterways because of trade. Right? That's how societies and civilizations started, was on major waterways for trade, growing crops and things like that. That's why a lot of early civilizations were also built on the Nile River, because the fertile silt, when the Nile would flood. So I think it's just something we're going to have to live with, right? Any place that's desirable, any place where people want to be, are unfortunately surrounded by water. I'm not sure how many New Yorkers we have here, but during Hurricane Sandy, it was absolutely horrible. A lot of damage was done in Lower Manhattan with Hurricane Sandy. Yeah, Cheryl says not to mention sinkholes are on the rise. Hey, XXX says, dang, I missed an hour. I'll see it later. I look forward to the daytime scenes in Florida. Yeah, so that's what we were doing on the stream when we first started. We were checking out the very beautiful sunset. Yeah, GGNYC says, I remember the hurricane. Yeah, it was horrible. I mean, places like Long Beach, South Shore, Long Island, the Rockaways in Queens, these places were decimated. And so was Lower Manhattan. Lower Manhattan was literally submerged in 2 or 3 feet of water. Caused multi-billion dollars worth of damage. But people want to live in these cities because they're the best cities. People want to live in New York because it's the greatest city on earth. People want to live in Southern Florida because of the beautiful weather. Yep, photos from around New York, you're right. But a lot of people are fleeing Chicago. A lot of my buddies that took finance jobs in Chicago, they're getting out. They can't stand Chicago. They're actually moving to New York City. Yeah, Vinny Castellanos to Staten Island also got hurt really bad. Yeah, it was horrible. Hurricane Sandy was horrible. Hey, RL says, had flooding the other day just north of Tampa. I think there was a hurricane. I mean, not a hurricane, a tornado that actually touched down here too. Hey, Cheryl says, Florida is beautiful weather in the winter. XXX says, Tom, what do you think of pole shifts and coastal cities in many places will be affected? I think it's just something you have to live with. Again, people want to be in New York. People want to be in Boston. People want to be in California. These are desirable places, but there's trade-offs with everything. Nothing is perfect. So that's why what I do is I bet on good entrepreneurs, and I think there's enough smart people in this world that we're going to fix these problems. We're going to fix the problems in California. We're going to fix the problems in New York. I have no doubt about it. Yeah, Mets fan says, watch out for the bikers from last night. Keith says, Florida is clean compared to New York City. Jimmy Anderson, what is up, Jimmy? Jimmy is our pal from the Beer and Bets podcast. Good to see you. Yeah, I mean, so Rocco says Miami completely underwater in 20 years. That is fake news. Roll on the floor laughing. So here's what I think, right? So think about this. Think about how many billions upon billions of years that this planet has been around. So think about that first. Okay, so I'm not sure if anybody has a statistics background here, but I'm pretty sure everybody's taken like basic statistics 101 in college. So if we're thinking about probabilities, what do you think the probability is of predicting in a 20-year time frame if an entire state, peninsula, or even continent will be completely submerged in water? What do you think the probability is that? Judging based upon the fact that this Earth has been around for billions of years, you're just going to say, yeah, in 20 years this is going to be underwater. 20 years, yep. So think about the amount of data you're working with. Think about the data set you're pulling from there. And to be able to pinpoint on a dime to say, yep, this particular piece of land is going to be underwater in 20 years. That's literally like saying, okay, a lightning is going to strike right in front of me in the next 2 seconds. 1, 2. That's literally probably the same probability of predicting that, which is just nonsense. I do believe in global warming. I do believe in sea level rise. But to say that you can predict with certainty that New York City, Lower Manhattan is going to be underwater in 20 years, that South Florida is going to be underwater in 20 years, I would actually argue that's probably disingenuous to your audience to say that. And again, I am not a climate change denier. I am actually very much concerned about sea level rise and excess pollution. And I am very pro green energy. So one of the things that's actually interesting that I wanted to bring up, so one of my family members is actually in the engineering space, more specifically a background in nuclear engineering, and he works at a major power plant. And due to rules and regulations, they've been required to shut down producing energy via natural gas because supposedly it's deemed not a clean energy. So they had to default to burning coal in that specific state, which is, coal is probably the worst thing possible for the environment. So oftentimes government does more to hinder advancements than anything. So you're not going to burn natural gas, and then what it creates is power shortages, and then they have to do emergency approvals to be able to burn coal to produce enough power to get people through the winter. It's really just bizarre. Hey, Anonymous Dudes, is this view making me too happy? I think about the future. Sarah G says nuclear engineer. Yeah, nuclear power is the cleanest form of energy on the planet. RL says, why XLE so up when new measures toning down gas and oil? Well, because that's because it's a lot of smoke and mirrors, right? What you see on the media about all this green energy, the Green New Deal, it's all marketing nonsense. But if you actually look at the data and look at the power consumption, especially globally, China has never built more coal power plants than they have in the last 5 years. So a lot of this stuff is just marketing nonsense, in my view. Good to see you, Mighty Bull. But yeah, I mean, just to let everybody know, I'm actually extremely, extremely pro wind, solar energy. I think those are the type of energy sources we need to be migrating to as fast as possible. So a lot of the times my positions will be confused with, oh, you're a climate denier and things like this, which is not true. It's just that I'm a realist. Hey, Bob says, Tom, the insurance industry said the safest state without disasters is Nevada. Interesting. Hey, Mets fan, what's going on? Sam Pods to save the manatees. I can get behind that. Hey, Ken Kramer says green energy has been a profitable talking point. Yeah, I mean, I think the thing is you need the infrastructure to be in place, right? I think we would all love to flip a switch tomorrow and have all of America's power come from renewable sources. That would be awesome. In a perfect world, I would say let's do that. But that's not reality, right? That's fairy tale land. So I think what we need to do is slowly wean ourselves off of non-renewable energy sources while we are simultaneously building out the necessary infrastructure that it takes to actually get us there. Because if you pull the ripcord, then you're going to have extreme power outages, rolling blackouts, just like we've been seeing across the country. But I think it's a work in progress, and I'm very optimistic for the future. And I think the United States probably does better than any other country by trying to be as green as possible, which I think we should be doing. I think the United States should be setting a standard for green energy. And I think that's really good. I think that's good news. Yeah, Cheryl says everybody has been getting hurricanes, but Florida lately, it's not only a Florida issue. Yeah, I mean, knock on wood, I mean, thank God, but I was reading something from the National Weather Service, and they said that due to a change in the jet stream, that's why a lot of these hurricanes have been missing Florida. Hey, time-lapse says carbon dioxide levels today are higher than at any point in at least the past 800,000 years. In fact, the last time atmospheric CO2 levels were this high was more than 3 million years ago, says time-lapse. That's a crazy, crazy statistic. I think this is my favorite picture here with Richie Rich, the Monopoly guy. Yeah, I mean, that's why I always try to do my best to be as green as possible, even in my own personal life. But the number one thing that you could do to, really make an immediate impact to save the planet is actually stop using plastic straws. One of my really good friends, I actually met him because he was a client of mine. He was a marine biologist, and he's like, Tom, if you could do one thing to make an immediate impact on the environment, it would be to stop using plastic straws, because sea life and wildlife, they eat these things and it gets caught, in their sinuses and everything. It's horrible. So if you could do one thing, stop using plastic straws. Hey, Sunshine After Rain, this is Richie Rich. Charlie Richardson is here, says love the creativity. What's up, Charlie? Hey, Starving Artist says Walmart is banning plastic bags in a few weeks. Yeah, also if you could shop with those renewable bags, right? If you could take like one of those wool bags, I think those are probably a lot better than using the plastic bags. But anytime that I go to a store and I use the plastic bags, I actually just use them as my garbage bags in my house to try to cut down on some of the stuff. Hey, Kevin Sunderland says if CO2 levels were as high as they were millions of years ago, why are we worried? I'm not a denier either. I have Tesla and create more solar energy at my house than I use. Yeah, Kevin, and I think you could probably sell that back to the grid too, can't you? I mean, the way I think about, climate change and things like that is just to do your part, just to be a good person, right? Throw things in, recycle things, throw things in the trash. Don't be a jerk and litter, stuff like that. That's sort of how I think about it. So if I can reduce my carbon footprint as much as possible to make it better on everybody else, I'm in. Oh, Kevin says you do sell it back to the grid. Awesome, dude. I want to do that too. I gotta do that. Hey, the Jets fighter says, what will restaurants do for straws? So you can use paper straws, pretty much anything. I was watching Shark Tank the other night, and there was actually this entrepreneur, I believe he was from India. He came to the United States and he's actually in the process of making a company that makes all edible silverware. Did anybody see that Shark Tank episode? All the silverware is edible, which is kind of cool. So forks, knives, everything. Hey, Kim Toy is here. What's up, Kim Toy? Good to see you. XXX, what's going on, man? Hey, Donna B says, Tom, do you eat a lot of meat? Why not consider eating plant-based? So I do eat some plant-based things, but I do consume meat. I do. But good to see you, Donna B. Oh, time lapses. I personally feed solar power back into my home. My electric bill is lower as a result. That's awesome, dude. Time lapse and Kevin Sunderland. I may want to pick your guys' brain a little bit about that because I'm thinking about doing something solar related at my house here in Florida. But everybody, just a quick note here. Tomorrow, it's back to business, back to normal in the market. Big day of earnings on Tuesday. We have Bank of New York Mellon, we have Charles Schwab, Goldman Sachs, and PNC Financial Group all are reporting their quarterly earnings. As well, we're going to hear from the Bank of Japan tomorrow as well. So the Bank of Japan announces its monetary policy decision. The central bank is widely expected to keep its short-term interest rate at negative 0.1%. Can you believe that? The Japanese have negative interest rates, kind of crazy. I think that's coming to the United States. But the Bank of Japan and European Central Bank are bucking the global trend and have said that they don't plan to raise interest rates this year, even as the Federal Reserve and Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell is expected to hike the federal funds rate by as much as 2 times this year. So be ready for that. It's going to be an action-packed week of earnings on Wall Street. Hey, I see Joseph here. What's up, Joseph? I think out of all the Rolls Royces, I think these are probably my favorite right here. Hey, Ron says, hi, Tom. I have joined the solar farm here in Illinois. Awesome, Ron. Charles S. says, one of the main problems affecting climate change is animal agriculture. Anonymous dude says, great commentary, Tom. Good to see you, Anonymous. Hope you're doing well. The jet fighter says, clean. So now we are walking on Collins Avenue, about to pass 20th Street. So the Bank of Japan is still going to keep interest rates negative, which I don't agree with at all. I think that is egregious, but it's very important to watch and understand what global central banks are doing around the world. Serba says, you have a great accent. Thank you, Serba. Hey, Joey's here, says, what's for dinner, Tom? I think I may make chicken cutlets tonight, Joey. What about you? Hey, Roy S is here, says, hi, Tom, mods, and everybody. What's up? Jovox says Japan has almost zero inflation. So why do you think that is? Why do you think that Japan has near zero inflation? Hemp Lord, what's going on? Good to see you. Time Lapse says you should see Japan's debt to GDP ratio. It's around 250%. Good to see you, Sarah G. Square Bets is so you get to pay the bank for keeping your money there. Kind of crazy to think about. Hey, Kevin Sunderland, thank you so much for the $10 donation. It's a severe lack of household formation in Japan. Yeah, and Kevin, so piggybacking off of your comment, and thank you for the donation to the channel. We're seeing the same thing, unfortunately, happening in the United States. You know, people are delaying getting married, people are delaying having children, and people my age, you know, right around 24, 25, 26, they're delaying buying homes. And one of the reasons for this is because asset prices have been getting so inflated. You know, look at the price of a single family home. I believe in November, the average price of a single family home that was sold in the United States was about $350,000. And that's the median home price. I think it was exactly $353,900. And that's up 13% year over year. So if kids are graduating college, they're swamped in unbelievable amount of student loan debt. You know, they're just making ends meet and paying their bills. You know, how are we ever going to expect our children to be able to start families, buy houses, when all of these assets are very, very far out of reach? And I think this is due to artificially low interest rate policies by the Federal Reserve and easy money and printing money. So many people want to think about inflation, the prices of goods are going up, the prices of services are going up. But we also have to talk about asset price inflation as well. And that is the prices of equities, the prices of single family homes and real estate. So it makes it very, very hard for people to get started. And I think that's only going to be exacerbated as the years go on in the United States. Hey, the LJ Fighters is McLaren. I think so. We always see a lot of McLarens on the stream. Hey, D says, and that's not including the repairs for the house. You're right, D. You're very, very right. Cheryl says that's because everything is very overpriced. Yeah, so when you have artificially low interest rates, it creates artificial demand within the economy. So when you print all of this money, you have too much money chasing too few goods. So I believe, in my view, I think America is turning into a renter nation, whether we like it or not, unfortunately. Sabrina Ferris says, lifestyle's higher today than when I was a kid. I wonder if that is really true. Interesting. Shot by Scott, what's going on? Hey, Talvish is here. What's up, Talvish? Good to see you. I'm doing very well. Ken Kramer says the Federal Reserve globally is a massive crime syndicate. I agree with that. So money printing does nothing but rob the savings from the average American people. We just saw a CPI print of 7%. So if you had money in the bank, your purchasing power is being eroded, which I think is totally unethical. So inflation is just a tax on the middle class, in my view. Hey, Serba says, I have a friend living in Manhattan. He pays $2,500 for a small room and converted into my country. Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm from. I'm from New York City too, and things are pretty crazy. The rent prices are definitely out of control. Hey, Sarah, good to see you. Hope you're well, Sarah. Yeah, Bob says $30,000 a year ago was middle class. Hey, Zero Tolerance is here. Good evening, Zero Tolerance. Cheryl says, I bought a house in Florida in '99 for $69,000. Now it's worth $250,000. That's awesome, Cheryl. Good for you. And Cheryl, you could probably get a little bit more than that because you have a lot of people from the Northeast buying a lot of property here in Southern Florida. Hey, Jace is on Ocean Drive tonight. What is up, Jay? Hey, Sally is here. Says, hi, Tom. Cynthia Martinez says it snowed in Canada. That's crazy. Sam Pod, what's up? Hey, Cat B says hi, Tom and everybody. What's up, Cat B? So now we are crossing 17th Street on Collins Avenue, headed downtown. Bob's is Lincoln Road. Yeah, we're approaching Lincoln Road very soon. In a couple blocks, we'll be there. Cat B says, Tom, do you think the real estate market will crash in the United States? So I do not think that. And Cat B, if you want to, I actually probably wrote a couple paragraphs on that in the Behind the Street newsletter that I sent out to everybody today. So if you want to check out the Behind the Street newsletter, please sign up in the link in the description. But I don't think it'll crash, and I'll tell you why. We have record low inventory of single family homes here in the United States. But I also think it's important to watch interest rates. And if we look at the average price of a 30-year fixed rate mortgage right now, it's actually at the highest levels it's ever been since before the COVID-19 pandemic. And that's right at about 3.5%, more specifically, 3.55%. But what we've been seeing is this really hasn't been fending off any of the demand. Many of the single family home prices across the country and even in niche specific markets are getting multiple offers. Sometimes there's 10 or 20 offers on one house. And many of these offers are going over asking prices. This place looks and smells really good. Hey, Cabrini is here, War Walker's here. What's up, War Walker? I see Cosmo Scary in the chat. Cosmo, how is everything in New York City with the snow? Ken Kramer says, when the hyper bubble eventually bursts, the Federal Reserve won't be held accountable. I agree with that. War Walker's like, I want one of each, please. I think these ones look the best. So the best bakery I've been to so far is in North Beach, Miami. Cosmo Scary says, it's mostly rain here in New York, Tom. Are you ready for the cold? You know, I'm not looking forward to it, Cosmo, but I will be back in New York City on Saturday. Unfortunately, I couldn't push back any of my meetings, but we'll see if we can go in there. I'll show you all the stuff. GGMYC says these look delicious. They do look good. Yeah, Ivory says now is the time for smell-o-vision. I know Cabrini's like, Tom, we're on New Year's diets. That's too funny. Hey, Ruby Falcone is here. What's up, Ruby? Good to see you. Oops. So this is called Rosetta Italian Bakery. Penelope says, now this is the time for the Tasto live stream. Man, that place looks so good. Jay says, what is the name of this place? It was called Rosetta. Here's some more bakery places. Oh, this is a pizza shop. This actually looks really good. XX says, I bet it smells good. It smells amazing. Cheryl says, do you think America will ever pay off its debt? No, because we are a debt-based economy. So in order for the system to keep going, it needs perpetual debt. Ah, the best pizza you've ever had was in Buffalo, New York. Cabrini says you're spoiled with great food options in New York and Miami. Yeah, I'll try one. Oh, thank you. Appreciate it. Guys, we actually got some. I'll let you know how it is. It's actually pretty good. Wow, that's really good. I would highly recommend that place. I would highly, highly recommend that. Whatever that was absolutely delicious. That place was really, really good. Cabrini says, tell them you need 400 more pieces for your friends. Well, if you guys come down here, I'll definitely get you some. That was delicious. So Michelle McGraw says, nice, what did you get? I think it was a piece of like focaccia bread, I believe. Am I pronouncing that right? Even though I'm Italian, I'm only half and half Irish Italian, but. George Lopez says, how rude, Tom didn't ask if we want anything. So funny. I'll get you something if you come down here. No, that place was really good. Marty Lewis says, I think that is right, Tom. Focaccia bread. Am I pronouncing that right, everybody? I'm horrible at pronunciation, but that was really good. That was really, really good. Cabrini, okay. So I did say it right. Got it. Marty Lewis says, did they give you a sample? Yeah, a lot of times in South Beach here, Marty Lewis, some of the bakeries, the bodegas. Am I allowed to say bodegas? Maybe it's a New York thing. Pizza shops, a lot of the bakeries, they'll hand out free samples of stuff. So I think next time I'm down here, I'm gonna have to get lunch there. Somebody's like, copy that, War Walker. Cappy's like, Tom, you're half Italian and you still can't pronounce it. Yeah, I'm horrible at names. I apologize. Hey, Chris Hansen says, get me a bacon, egg, and cheese, Tom, please. So my favorite thing to get, if anybody's from New York, you got to go to Leo's Bagels. It's in, I want to say, I forget the square. It's something square. Hanover Square, I believe. It's in Lower Manhattan. It's right off of William Street. It's called Leo's Bagels. And my go-to is a bacon, egg, and cheese on cinnamon raisin bagel. Cosmos like, are there any free samples and tech sales? All the time. If you want a demo, we could definitely demo some stuff. So Cosmo, how's the stream looking tonight? We don't have, check out this. This is like the most New York thing I've ever seen in Miami. The pigeon hanging out. So we're doing like a Twitch stream tonight because I don't have a gimbal. Yeah, Ken Kramer, Hanover Square. Leo's Bagels is really good. I think that's probably the best bagel spot in Manhattan, in my opinion. Hey, Cynthia Beal is here. Hey, Cynthia. Good to see you. Good to see you, Cat Beast. Sarah G is here. So this is Lincoln Road here in Southern Florida.
Hey, you want a tattoo?
Cheryl says, are you on Twitch? I am not on Twitch. But you know what? I've been getting a lot of emails to my email box with requests saying that they want me to start a Twitch channel. But I'm not sure how that would work. Hey, Ken Kramer says, yes, very good. Murray's Bagels in the West Village is also good. You know, Ken, I've been there. That place is really good. Samantha J says, got to get a bagel. Forest Hills in Queens is great too. Forest Hills is a very pretty town there. Italian sister says, good evening, time. Good evening, everybody. Looking forward to the walk. Sarah G says, I love YouTube. Melsa says, thank you for this tonight. Missing Miami. Thank you for joining. Good to see you. All right, I think we could cross. This is Lincoln Road here in Miami. Cosmo says, I like everything toasted with scallion cream cheese. That's a pretty good go-to. That's definitely a pretty good go-to, Cosmo. Man, it's getting cold here now. Hey, Sam says, Tom, sorry to say it this way, but you don't... Sam, so funny. Sam is the man, everybody. Sam is the man. Sam is our good friend from Toronto. Wow, Deborah S says, oh, it looks warm there. I shoveled the snow today. Wow, Chris is going on 2 hours streaming. Ah, man. I wanted to keep it at a 1 hour sunset stream tonight, but it's all right. I think it's still early because we started the stream very, very early watching the sunset. So I was wondering, I think there's a way for me to stream simultaneously between YouTube and Twitch. So I may do both, but that is to be determined. I have a lot of plans for the channel. Sunshine After Rain says, let's get coffee. I'm down. Cynthia Martinez is cardio, Tom. Yeah, we definitely do a lot of cardio on the stream. Greg says, were you supposed to be going to New York City today? Not today. Unfortunately, I have to go back to New York City on Saturday. I was trying to push off going back to New York until February, but duty calls and I got to do what I got to do. Anonymous Dude says, lots of foodies and some walkers on Twitch. Twitch is major too. Yeah, Twitch is owned by Amazon, so big Jeff Bezos. Samantha J says, just finished my cardio and weights. Awesome, Samantha. Hey, the Mighty Bull, good to see you. The Mighty Bull is here, always watching, listening, and thinking. This noise is very relaxing here. I think that's my new favorite instrument ever. Hey, Rock Band 5 Million. Good to see you, Rock Band 5 Million. So this is a Spanish restaurant here. War Walker, I would, but I never carry cash on me. Ever since 2015, I don't have any cash. So if they have a Cash App, I always do. But one of the quick pieces of economic news I wanted to run down with you guys really quick is that the National Association of Realtors reports existing home sales for December on Thursday. So January 20th, the National Association of Realtors will be reporting their existing home sales for December. So the vast majority of economists are really coming in anywhere between 6.39 million and 6.67 million homes, which is going to be slightly less than the amount of homes sold in November. But check this out, and this is a pretty interesting piece of news. The median existing home sold for a record $353,900 in November, and that is up 13.9% year over year. So think about, for anybody who's trying to break into the single-family housing market, buying a home for the first time, home prices are up almost 13% from just 1 year ago. Kind of crazy. We covered it in the Behind the Street newsletter. So on Thursday, everybody, please watch out for that. Sarah G says, good time to sell. Yeah, it's definitely a seller's market, I would call it, for sure. I would definitely call this market a seller's market. But what's interesting to me is that even though mortgage rates are going up, it doesn't seem to be capping demand for single-family homes. Hey, Mets fans, says a lot of these homes aren't even worth the lot they sit on. I agree with you, Mets fan. But I think one of the things we're seeing, Mets fan, is, and just to give you some anecdotal data, and obviously I never like to move on anecdotal data, but a lot of my friends that work in finance, who work in banking or even tech in New York City, they were told to go back to the office just recently in November, but now it's mandated to work from home once again. So what they're saying is, why should I stay in New York City and pay New York City rent when I could buy a place in the suburbs, have a little bit more space, maybe have my own dedicated office for working remotely? So I think that this whole push in the new normal of working remote is going to continue to drive demand for single-family homes. Especially if you have kids. Because if you have kids and you're working from home, it's probably pretty impossible to do. Sam Pod says, Tom, a medium home in Toronto is $1 to $2 million. Oh my God. Hey, Nikki is here, says, good evening, Tom. Samantha J says, Tom, do you recommend any walkable towns on Long Island? I'm looking to move from New York City. I don't want to have to drive anywhere. So Samantha J, one of the things that I would say is, I was also looking to buy a home on Long Island, but I would really, really strongly advise against it, because anything you buy on Long Island that's halfway decent is going to come with an annualized tax bill anywhere from $12,000 to $15,000. So just keep that in mind. If you're buying a house that's worth $500,000, and it comes with a $15,000 tax bill a year, well, you do the math. Over 10 years, if you're paying $15,000 a year in property tax, you're paying $150,000 in just taxes alone. So the equity erosion is going to be probably too egregious for it to be worth it to even make a return on your investment. MelYsa, Melsa. I'm not sure how to pronounce your name. Melsa. This is exactly, everybody with a kid should have a home office. Helen is here, says good night from Brazil. Welcome, Helen from Brazil. Hey, Great Walk is joining us here. This is the company where I work just told us that the whole year we'll do home office, and next year it's up to you. Wow, that is really crazy. Yeah, so think about what that means for traditional office markets. Kind of crazy. Oh, I'm not sure if the swan is in the chat, but here we have a beautiful photo of the Empire State Building. Samantha J says, thank you for your opinion. Yeah, Samantha, I'm just saying this as a Long Island native. All my family is from Long Island. And a lot of people that are not familiar with Long Island, they come in from the city and from New Jersey, and they think it's going to be all honky-dory. And when they buy the home, they forget that the appraisal rate will go up once you buy the house. And then these people are stuck with $15,000 tax bills, which is not fun. Helen, good to see you from Brazil. Welcome everybody from Brazil. Ron TV, what's up, Ron? Cat B says, Tom, where is the lowest tax place to live on the East Coast? On the East Coast, maybe anywhere in the Carolinas. I think South Carolina, maybe North Carolina, I would say. I think this is my favorite palm tree right here.
Where the sluts at?
Ron T. You guys are mature, but it's all right. Ron TV says, do you think the days of building offices are numbered? I don't think they're numbered, but what I think it is, I think it's probably a little bit better to do like a WeWork building. So anything like WeWork is probably going to be a little bit better. So I would say WeWorks are probably going to be a better bet than traditional office buildings. And WeWork actually has a significant investment in SoftBank, which the founder and CEO is Masa's son, or Masayoshi's son. Yeah, Ken says, yep, taxes on Long Island are quite high. I mean, I think Long Island would be the best place to live almost in the country if the property taxes weren't that high, in my opinion. Because Long Island is a great place. Long Island is a great place. Bob says, looks like a date palm. Yeah, somebody on the chat says there's over, I think there's over, what, 1,000, what is it called? Something of the palm trees? I forget who it was that said that on the chat, but pretty interesting. Sam Pod says, Tom, there have been homes that are literally impossible to live in, like condemned homes that go for that go for a lot of money. I mean, the housing market, it's really hard for any first-time home buyer looking to get a house. It's definitely really crazy. Hey, Edwin is here, says, buy Toyota, be wise. Yeah, Sam, I mean, Toronto, and you know, just for like what, a 4 to 5 bedroom home is going to go for like over $1 million. It's kind of crazy. There we go. Otto says palm trees, over 2,600 species palm trees. Deja Vu says Pittsburgh in the house. What is going on from Pittsburgh? Sammy Pay says, I did, Tom, and it's over 2,500 types of palm trees. That's awesome. Cosmo Scary says, Tom, are many work from home people moving out of America altogether? I don't think out of America. I think America is going to continue to be the land of opportunity, but I just think they'll probably migrate out of bigger cities, especially if they have kids. Because you got to understand something, you know, let's say if you're renting a 2-bedroom apartment in Manhattan and you have 2 kids and the kids aren't really going to school that much, they're doing online learning, and then you're working remotely from home, you know, I don't understand how anybody gets anything done. You know, it could be really difficult. So I think a lot of families, maybe with little kids, are looking to move out into the suburbs where, you know, maybe they have a home office, maybe they have individual rooms for the kids that are on the other side of the house so they could focus a little bit more. Sort of that's where my thesis is at, just from talking to some of my friends that do have kids. And they said it was tough. They said during the pandemic it was very difficult to take care of the kids all day, make sure they're actually doing their homework and their schooling. So I definitely understand. Hey, Tony Lagas says, hi, my friend. How are you, mate? Enjoy a beautiful Miami day. Have a nice coffee. Thank you. Tony from Australia. Welcome, everybody from Australia. Good to see you, Tony. Cheryl says, is a fixer-upper home worth it? Yeah, I mean, I think there's still deals to be had in this market. I think the only thing you need to make sure is that, you know, if you're using the property as an investment, that the property cash flows and the numbers work. Hey, Solo401 says, Tom, how are we? We're doing good. Solo, we actually finally started streaming a little bit earlier in the day, and we caught a sunset. Cat B says, yeah, the children don't just sit there and do all their work all day. Anonymous Dude says, much love to all the parents out there during these times. Great sentiments, Tom. I agree, it must be tough. I mean, I don't have kids, but I could only imagine. You know, it's a job in itself just raising kids. Hey, Alan Wilson says, for that matter, why move to the New York City suburbs? Why not move to Indiana? I mean, I still think people want to have the balance of being able to go into New York City whenever they want, but I'm not sure. Solo 401 says, yes, I was working. But Alan Wilson, I think you make a good point. Hey, Chung Sun says, are you moving back to New York once the whole pandemic is over? So I still live in New York, but I split my time 50-50 between Florida and New York City. So about 50% of the time I will be here in Southern Florida, and the other 50% of the time I will be in New York. And I didn't move down here due to the pandemic. I mainly moved down here due to business reasons. And also there's a lot of New Yorkers in Southern Florida. A lot of people from New York have residences and startup businesses in Southern Florida as well. Hey, Just Jennifer's here. Says, we just got a house in Wyoming, but we also looked at Montana and Colorado. There are a lot of options. So you know what's funny? A lot of my really older friends, like in their 50s and 60s, that had really long careers in tech and on Wall Street, a lot of them are relocating to Wyoming. They say it's a great place in Wyoming. So best of luck with your house. That's awesome. Hey, Luis Vasquez says, people can move here to Pennsylvania. One of my really good friends is from Pittsburgh. Just Jennifer says, Wyoming has no income tax. That is true. Cosmo Scary says, I've been to Wyoming and Montana, beautiful states. You know, I always thought about going to Denver, Colorado. Has anybody ever been to Denver, Colorado? That is a great town. A lot of younger people moving there, a lot of entrepreneurs. Hey, Roy S is here. What's up, Roy S? Good to see you. Cosmo Scary says, Tom, did you see that mess from cargo theft in LA? I did see that. There should probably be like a local police force trying to stop all that. Sarah G says, Denver is fun, Sam Pod. Hey, Ed Dunkel says, I'm a Cali snob, but Boulder, Colorado is super nice. Yeah, Ed, is it true that the sunniest place on earth is in Colorado? I think, is it Denver or is it Boulder, Colorado, that it has like 90% of the year is sunny? But I think if I lived in Colorado, I'd probably be hiking all day and I'd probably never get any work done because it's so beautiful there. Sarah G says, Florida is my favorite. Hey, Helen says, how old are you? I am 26. 26 years old. Anonymous Dude 123 says, if I'm not mistaken, Tom is near 30. Yeah, pretty close to 30, 26, getting there. Yeah, Ron TV Metro, I agree with you. Ron TV Metro says, I think the country life charm, but there's still a part that looks for the big city, and that can be an issue. Samantha J says, they say the Poconos in Pennsylvania is great for real estate. It's about 2 hours away from New York. The Poconos is a big skiing spot too. Does anybody ski? Yeah, but in my opinion, I think those specific real estate markets are going to do really well. I think Denver, Colorado has a very strong technology startup vibe. One of the companies which I follow extensively is called Ping Identity, P-I-N-G Identity. And that is a particular cybersecurity company that specializes in identity and access management software. And they were taken public by Vista Equity Partners. Hey, Running at Altitude says that is a myth regarding sunshine in Denver. It was used to draw people out west during the gold rush. Is that true? Wow. Are you sure? I think that's a fact. But again, I don't know. You could fact check me if anybody wants to Google it. But maybe you're right. Hey, Karina Thompson says, Tom, you have to visit, let's see. You have to visit Oklahoma. It's pretty here. Hey, Steve Buffalo is here. Says, Tom, I just hopped on. What was the topic tonight? So Steve from Buffalo, we didn't have a specific topic for tonight, mainly because it is Martin Luther King Day and the markets are closed. But we did briefly touch on the real estate market when we were talking about the cost of a 30-year mortgage has just reached its most expensive levels since before the coronavirus pandemic. Since before the coronavirus pandemic at about 3.55%. But what we've been seeing, it's, even though interest rates are going up, it's not doing that much to really ward off the competition in the housing market. Because if we saw last month, the median existing home sold for a record $353,900 in November. And this was up 13.9% year over year. So what we can conclude from this is that, even though interest rates are going up, I think the work from home trend is really driving this frenzy in the housing market, and supply is at an all-time low. If you think about the supply for single-family homes, I don't think it's ever been this low in over 40 years. And one of the reasons for that is because, even though home prices are so elevated, if you sell your home, it's like, where are you going to go? I have a lot of friends that are on Long Island that are thinking about selling their homes, but they tell me, they're like, hey, Tom, even if I sell this house, I'm going to make, $250,000 in profit, but I just have to go right back out into the housing market and compete in all this craziness. And plus, who wants to move during a global pandemic? So I think there's a multifaceted argument here that could be said, even though interest rates are going up, due to the fact that rules and regulations are so egregious, where we have a severe lack of building, I think we could see a hot housing market for the foreseeable future. Hey, Jonathan says, hey, Tom, I live in Denver. Generally, we see 300 days of sunshine per year. So, Jonathan, what do you, maybe you could provide some insights on Denver. What are you seeing on the ground floor? Are you bullish or bearish the housing market in Denver? Do you see a lot of businesses moving in? Sort of, what are you seeing from your end? Anonymous Dude 123 says, Toronto is one of the greatest cities in the world. I agree with that. Love Toronto. I actually want to get back to Toronto pretty soon. Chris says, Arizona is the sunshine state. Cat B says, sell your home and then rent. Yeah, but think about that. If you rent, you're probably going to be paying almost 100% more, literally, than what you would have since before the pandemic started. So, hey, Sam, thank you. Says, Tom, enjoy your night. Have a good one. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate it. Triple G says, Tom, did you mention Austin, Texas? Yeah. Austin, Texas is another up-and-coming tech area. Jonathan says, I'm a realtor here. Lots of growth and the potential for more condos downtown, which there aren't many of right now. Yeah, Denver does seem to be a hotbed for tech. A lot of people seem to be moving to different parts of Colorado, Boulder as well. So I'm assuming you're doing really well, Jonathan, down there. Penelope says, but selling a deceased relative home is a loss in benefit. Penelope, hope you're doing well. Good to see you. Penelope is joining us from Tennessee. Cat B says, anybody in Florida want to buy my house in Canada, Ontario? I will trade you. Hey, just Jennifer says, nice painting. I don't know, I guess for people, somebody said, I don't know why so many people like Toronto. I mean, if you're not from the particular city, it's always nice to visit. Jonathan says, great place to live, but you need to consider the consequences of Mother Nature. We just had over 1,000 homes a couple weeks ago. We just lost 1,000 homes in a suburban wildfire. Oh my God. Yeah, Jonathan, that is a good point. But it seems like there's always give and takes in every single sort of market. You know, here in southern Florida, you run the risk of a hurricane, right? Even though we have beautiful weather, there's a significant risk of hurricanes damage to your home. Just for example, think about what happened yesterday in southern Florida. We had a tornado touchdown, which is crazy. Check out these palm trees here. Penelope is hanging in there, Tom. As always, a pleasure to see you. Pleasure to see you too, Penelope. Cheryl says, buy a cheap home for cash and live rent-free. You know, Cheryl, it's interesting that you say that because a lot of the buyers in the pandemic, in order to stay competitive, a lot of them have been putting up all cash offers, surprisingly. So that's another thing. Even if you qualify to buy the house, you know, there's so many other people that are coming up with incredible offers, cash, so it's hard to compete. Yeah, Bob's is 3 tornadoes at Fort Myers, Florida. Did anybody see if you guys want to check out like incredible videos on YouTube, check it out. There was actually like a water tornado, like a water spout here in southern Florida. It was crazy. Catby says, Tom, I live 20 minutes away from Toronto and I really don't see why it's such a big deal. Everything is shut down and there's no nightlife anymore. It's pretty sad. Yeah, I mean, I can't speak for during the pandemic because I know that you guys are starting to shut down again. But before the pandemic, I mean, Toronto is really cool visiting Toronto. At least I enjoyed it when I was there. But I was there a really, really long time ago. I was there probably when I was a very little kid. I'd like to go again, but it seems like everything is shutting down again, unfortunately. So I'm not sure if you guys know about this particular streamer on YouTube, but his name is Johnny Strides. Johnny Strides. And I always watch his streams in Toronto, and the place looks great. But, you know, he does say on the streams that unfortunately Toronto is starting to shut down again, but I don't know. I mean, hopefully things improve. I'm an optimist, but Sammy Pay says, hey Tom, what do you think of the 5G rollout on January 19th? Well, it appears AT&T and Verizon will be rolling out more 5G broadband in select cities. But one of the main concerns, I believe it was with the Federal Aviation Commission, that they were concerned that it may interfere with some of the pilots' radios. But I'm not sure that there's conclusive evidence to support that. I think it'll be fine, and we were talking about this a little bit on yesterday's stream. And I think that 5G overall is a very, very positive thing. Hey, Bernard says hi, just came home from Brickell. What's up, Bernard Friedman? Hope you had a great day. Sarah G says, you're the only walker/tour I watch. Well, thank you for that, Sarah G. I appreciate you being here. Yes, sunshine after rain. I do have to get a Discord going up. I keep forgetting. Steve Buffalo says, a lot of people buying home with cash offer. We are borrowing from 401k and then paying it back when moving to mortgage. Interesting. So Kevin, is that what you're currently doing now? Are you buying something in Buffalo, or where are you guys looking at buying? Or are you moving out of New York? Check out these palm trees in the moon. Hey, Mr. Javi Ja, says, sup, bro? What's going on? Lost in Curve says, if you have a kid, now by the time they are ready to buy a house, there will be plenty and cheap in 20 to 30 years. Hey, Manny says, hello from Buenos Aires, Argentina. Good to see you. Anonymous Dude 123 says, Discord would be dope. It's coming. I promise you it's coming. Yeah, Bernard Friedman, Rocket Mortgage. I'm actually working with Rocket Mortgage currently in order to do some deals with them to help them with employee retention. So Rocket Mortgage has been having a really, really hard time with retaining their employees. So I'm actually doing some consulting work with Rocket Mortgage right now to identify some ways where we can increase that employee retention. You know, I'm very surprised to see this many people out on Lincoln Road on a Monday night. Usually there's like nobody here on Monday night. Enzo says, do we have a little Buenos Aires? I'm not sure if we do, but there's a lot of Argentinian bakeries. Is that a word, or is it Argentine? I forget. Employee retention other than pay? Well, a lot of the times you could roll out benefits. So one of the things that we're looking to do is work with one of the TEMs. So a TEM is a telecom expense manager. So you could think about like a Saycon or something like that. And what we want to do is we want to build a proprietary platform for the company where they can use API integration into their HR management software, such as Workday and things like that, in order to roll out employee benefits for their company in terms of like traditional wireless. So the companies will pay for all of their technology expenses. So instead of just getting a stipend or a reimbursement for your cell phone, the company will pay free and clear for your iPhone 13 and hold on one second. My mic is caught on me. So the company, Rocket Mortgage, will pay free and clear for all of your technology needs, right? So they'll send you a MacBook, they'll send you an iPhone, but you could also use that for personal use. So it reduces all of that expense away from the employee, and it creates more employee retention because if the phone is provided by your employer and it's brand new and you're using it for, it's going to be, harder for you to just get up and leave the company because you're like, my personal cell phone is here, all of my family plan is here, they're paying for my home internet. And even though it's a little thing like that, it's just like the thought that matters. So when you are hired at Rocket Mortgage, you're going to get a nice welcome package to your house with, let's say, a brand new iPhone 13 right out of the box, a brand new MacBook, a brand new iPad, and it's all going to come with LTE connectivity paid for by the company. So imagine, you just get hired from a company and, it's enough about you. So those are the type of portals but we need to do some API integrations to like Workday and things like that. Hey, Denner is here. Says, hello, friend. What's up, Denner? Bernard Friedman says, wow, yesterday night was crazy with the motorcycles in Brickell City Center. Hey, photos on the treadmill. Got to get the road work. Love that. Sarah Jesus, so what we do is we do like a calculation for the company, right? So I sit down with the HR manager, the chief technology officer, and I say, okay, how much does it cost you to hire an employee? What is the exact cost? What is the cost to train that employee, onboard them, pay them all their benefits and everything like that? And then what does that cost? Like, what is your employee payback period? How much in terms of revenue and dollar amount does that employee need to produce in order for them to be profitable for you? And a lot of the times, these companies will know that to a T. They'll have that expense down to the literal dollar. So if you can roll out these employee benefit programs to help employees stay on, to cross you over that threshold period, well, you're going to save X amount of dollars hiring people, training them. So you would rather make a certain amount of hires than just hiring a bunch of people and hope a certain amount of them stick. Yeah, I think the internet may be a little bit out of whack tonight. Hey, Devon Avery says good evening and good info, Tom. What is up, Devon Avery? Good to see you. Yes, Sarah G says as long as people don't steal the stuff. Yeah, so Sarah G, one of the ways we were thinking about mitigating that risk is what we want to do is we want to create like an incentivization structure at the company. So let's say if one of your coworkers gets all of this free Apple stuff from the company, then the person who just gets hired is going to say, hey, how did you do that? How did you get all that? How come I'm not getting that? And then they say, well, you have to work a certain amount of hours, you have to produce a certain amount of stuff, and then you qualify for these benefits. So it's not like they're just throwing them out to random people. Hey, Bernard Friedman says Pennsylvania Street in Miami. This is Lincoln Road in Miami. We are on Lincoln Road. Yeah, Sarah G says which you can track, right? So yeah, so that's why we need the API integration into like a Workday. I'm not sure if anybody's heard of Workday. Tanya S says, Tom, have you heard of Robinhood is considered having all of their employees work remotely indefinitely? Yeah, Tanya, we actually were talking about that a few nights ago on the stream, and you're absolutely 100% right. So Robinhood came out and said the vast majority of their employees are going to work remote indefinitely. And this is why I have a incredible bullish sentiment and a bullish thesis on companies like WeWork and ServCorp, where they really specialize in, you could think about it like an Airbnb for office space. You only rent it for the time you need it. I think the days of 18-month to 36-month office lease test. Justin Cross is about to put an application in for Robinhood. Yeah, I mean, if you're a software engineer, you could definitely probably make a great career there, Justin, for sure. Denner, good to see you. Devon Avery says these are good incentives. Yeah, so what we've also had success doing too is rolling this out in the home healthcare space as well. Because one of the things that we've noticed through talking with a lot of chief technology officers and human resource managers at home healthcare agencies is that a lot of home healthcare aides are minimum wage workers, right? So if we can take a major expense off of their hands, such as, a cell phone bill, their internet bill, their home internet bill, that's really going to make them feel happy, and plus it's actually going to increase the quality of their life. So what we want to do is we want to create a multifaceted program where we not only increase the employee retention, but we also want to make sure that that device is being used for EVV applications, so electronic visit verification, employee medical records. So what we can do is we can utilize a software program called containerization. So if you think about an MDM or a mobile device manager, you can actually containerize that device by making one side of the device be proprietary towards the company. They could clock in and out, they could accept patient cases, but on the other side of the device, they are able to call their family internationally, right? They can do unlimited talk, text, and data. They get a brand new phone and they don't have to worry about that expense. The company takes on that expense. And a lot of the times, these companies are very hesitant to do that, right? They say, oh, we don't want to take on that big expense of paying for our employees' phones and tablets and things like that, because we are already experiencing so much employee turnover as it is. But if you think about it, if you can just increase employee retention by 15%, the program pays for itself. And at some of these home healthcare agencies that I work for, or I work with, they're seeing employee retention rates go up as high as 30% in the first 2 quarters of implementing the solution. Cat B says, looks beautiful out there, Tom. What's up, Cat B? Lady O says, good night, Tom. School night tonight. Lady O, have a good one. And good luck at school tomorrow. Hey, LaFresh Sinatra says, small businesses will struggle as well. Bagel Lady from the Corners, the Cab, delivery companies. Yeah, Penelope, I think you make a good point. There's a lot of pizza places in Miami here. Hey, how are you? Good. Dennis says, what's your name? It's Tom.
Excuse me, are you in light?
Oh, no, go ahead. Yeah, sure. This place looks really good. We're gonna have to try it one day. Hey, Aaron Prilla's here. What's up, Aaron? Good to see you. Cat pieces. The crust is too thick on that pizza. The place actually looks pretty good. So we'll continue to walk a little bit uptown because this is where I got to get the bus anyway. Hey, Dennis, it's nice to meet you, Tom. I'm from Brazil. Good to see everybody from Brazil. Thanks for joining. Sarah G is also asking for a raise would be a great idea. I agree. Especially just looking at changing jobs in general. I think now the labor market is so tight that probably if you change careers or even change the company you work for, you're probably going to walk away with at least a 9 to 15% raise right off the bat. So I think that's a great observation there. Devon Avery says, yeah, I've seen companies that do grocery shopping for their employees as well as all their laundry. Wow. Yeah, I mean, employee benefits is really going to start to make a more bigger impact for sure. Cynthia Beal says, Tom, what avenue is this? I think this is Ocean Drive. Let me see. Collins Avenue. Collins Avenue. The Mighty Bull says the Wall Street Corporation sold out America. I agree. I agree. Good to see you, Mighty Bull. Norm C says Tom, Collins Avenue. Yep. What's up, Norm? Good to see you. Hope you're well, Norm C. Can we get a quick time check in the chat? I just want to make sure we are right on time here. As we are walking uptown, we are walking northbound now on Collins Avenue. Wow, 8:24, it's so early tonight. GGMYC says 8:24, good to see you, GG. Everybody, tomorrow is Tuesday the 18th, January 18th, 2022. Very big day on Wall Street of Bank of America, Bank of New York Mellon reports earnings, Charles Schwab, Goldman Sachs Group, and PNC Financial. So one of the things I really like to look for when the major financials are reporting earnings is we need to watch out and really pay attention to the credit card and debit card spending. I think that's the number one thing to look at, because if we think about the consumer spending is 70% of US GDP. So if we can look at the credit card data from JP Morgan Chase, from Citigroup and the like, we'll be able to have a little bit better idea of how GDP growth is really going to unwind here in the United States. And I think the largest issuers of credit and debit cards in the nation is Visa, MasterCard, Bank of America, Citibank, as well as Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo already reported earnings. Hey, Jamil says hello from Brazil. Devon Avery says Miami is always pretty at night. What's up, Devon Avery? James Tiger says, are you going up when the stock market opens? Oh, are you up when the stock market opens? Yeah, of course. Absolutely. Hey, Andy says, hi, Tom. Beautiful walk and financial talk. Andy is joining us from Korea. What's up, Andy? Good to see you, my friend Andy. Hey, Wicco says, hello, Tom. Saludos. Saludos to you. Dennis says, Tom, show the moon. We will. I think the moon is behind these buildings, so we will show it in a minute here. Rolly Cannoli says, Tom, you're blowing smoke. Thank you, Rolly Cannoli. Appreciate you. Thanks for joining. Cynthia Beal says, I went to the stock market one time. The New York Stock Exchange. That's awesome. Yeah, unfortunately, after 9/11, they closed that to the public. But I would definitely like to get a tour of the New York Stock Exchange.
Because they don't talk about it.
Rolly Cannoli says, you sound like Joe Biden. Appreciate it, Rolly Cannoli. Check out this building here. Devon Avery says, hey Tom, what are you looking at? What are you watching when you check the financials tomorrow? So Devon Avery, if you want, I think you signed up for the newsletter, but I really took a deep dive into the financial earnings. We took a deep dive into JP Morgan Chase. Oh, I could show you the earning. I could show you the moon right now. You want to look for mortgage loan originations as well, credit card and debit card spending, because a lot of those metrics are a proxy for the health of the U.S. economy. But another one of the big factors that go into financial earnings are the investment banking fee income. And I think JP Morgan Chase has raked in a record amount of investment banking income due to an uptick in merger and acquisition activity, or M&A activity on Wall Street, as well as a ton of brand new IPOs or initial public offerings coming on the market. Hey, NMB045 is here. Says, hey Tom, hope you're well. Guess what? Max and Stacy are apparently in El Salvador for 2 months to be Bitcoin cheerleaders. They're all over the local news apparently. Yeah, I mean, so Max and Stacy have a pretty good podcast, and it is called the Orange Pill Podcast, which I frequently listen to. Marilyn says, smash the like button. Thank you, Marilyn. Appreciate it. Hey, the Swan is here. Says, hi, Tom. Hi, all. What's up, the Swan? Joining us from Ireland. Jay says, ring the bell at the stock exchange once. I wish. Hey, Norm says, the first full moon in January has often been referred to as the wolf moon. Its origin comes from Native Americans who heard wolves howling during the cold winter's night, according to the Farmer's Almanac. Very cool, Norm. Hey, Rock Band 5 Million says, where are you having dinner tonight? I think I'm going to make dinner myself at home. What about you, Rock Band? Hey, I see Roy S. here. What's up, Roy? Good to see you, Roy S. As we pass the Joe and the Juice coffee shop. So we'll take one more look at the art and then we will call it a night. This is the Eden Fine Art Gallery here. I know NMB45 says no Cuban food tonight. Unfortunately, no Cuban food tonight. Maybe tomorrow night. This is the Eden Fine Art Gallery here. Hey, Renton says, Tom, looks like I caught you late. Yeah, we had a little bit of an early stream tonight, Renton, because we were checking out the beautiful southern Florida sunset here. Hey, Rock Band 5 Million, it's the same here. Made some chicken and Mediterranean eggplant salad. That sounds great. Yeah, the Swan, we were looking at that big Empire State Building's picture for you. You'll have to rewind the stream. We were checking it out. And so this is a famous artist by the name of Alec Monopoly here. At the Eden Fine Art Gallery in South Beach. Sunshine after rain. Good to see you as always. Denner says, I know this city from GTA. Photos from around New York says, Tom, got to hit up the London Eden Art Gallery. I know. That means we'd hit all of them. We'd hit New York, we'd hit Miami. I'd be excited for that. I think these guys look quite unique as well. Andrea's Ace is tacky, horrible. Jenny says, hello, Tom. Very nice walk. Thank you. What's up, Jenny? Good to see you.
But did you see the minion, man?
That minion in there?
Yeah, right there. This minion, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely an acquired taste for these. Devon Avery says, can you see the prices on some of these artwork? I don't think you can. I think these are probably too expensive where they probably wouldn't show the prices.
I didn't like the seats are not. I'm afraid to put them in the house.
Hey, Chris says, good night, Tom and friends. Good night, Chris. Good to see you as always. This is Tom and Jerry here. So tomorrow, everybody, not only do we have a lot of stuff going on in the United States, but the Bank of Japan will announce its monetary decision. The central bank is widely expected to keep its key short-term interest rates near negative, so negative 0.1%. The Bank of Japan and European Central Bank are bucking the global trend and have said they don't plan to raise interest rates this year at all, in comparison to what we've been hearing from Federal Reserve Chairman Jerome Powell. So could the United States be going the way of Japan with negative interest rates? I guess we'll have to find out. Hey, Pablo is here. What's up, Pablo? Good to see you. Marilyn says employee retention is key. It's expensive to keep training people. I think my companies don't respect or credit their older long-term employees, especially those age of 55. Yeah, Marilyn, I have to agree with you 100%. I think the number one thing about the biggest expense for a company is training their employees, employee retention. So everybody, I appreciate you joining tonight. Tomorrow is going to be an action-packed stream. We are going to be covering a ton of earnings on Wall Street. All the big financial investment banks will report tomorrow, which will kick off Q4 earnings season on the street. We'll cover that and more tomorrow on the stream. Thank you, everybody, for joining today. I appreciate it. The Behind the Street newsletter has been sent out to everybody, so please check your inbox. And if you have not yet signed up for the financial newsletter Behind the Street, if you type !news, NEWS, in the chat, the Nightbot will drop the link to the Behind the Street newsletter where you could sign up. So if you enjoyed the stream tonight, everybody, feel free to leave a like on this video. Subscribe if you are new. And I will see you all tomorrow. So Andreas, Patrick, New York, Kat B, Bob, Sarah G, Tanya S, James, Tiger, appreciate you, Aaron Prill, all of our moderators, Sunshine After Rain. I appreciate you, Penelope, Pablo, Roly Cannoli, everybody in the chat, Devon Abry, NMB 045, Karina Thompson, and Charlie Richardson. I will see you all right back here tomorrow. And to the mighty bull, have a good night wherever you are, because there's always a bull market somewhere. You just need to know where to look. And I'll see you all right back here again tomorrow. Kevin Buffalo, have a good night. Penelope, have a good night. And as always, Michelle McGraw and Sunshine After Rain. I'll see you in the next one, and have a good evening, The Swan.